Hi, how are you? We're here again with Maria from Spoki. Hi, Maria. How you doing?
Hi, Jordi. It's great to be here again to share some news and some little surprises.
Well, today we're going to record the last video of the year. But next year we'll probably do a few more because you're bringing out new tools all the time. So we're ending the year with a spectacular one, but we'll continue in 2024. And today, what we're going to look at is how we can use the AI agent we've been looking at in previous videos to create an agent from scratch with a custom prompt, which we're going to give a little Christmas touch to make it a bit more fun. So,
Oh, that's great. If you don't mind, let me just, Jordi, take this opportunity since a few days ago, we released the slightly more technical video with one of our experts to look more at the configuration side of things at a slightly more technical level to sort of make a call out to that video as well, in case anyone needs more detailed information so they have it as a reference. Um, and yes, let's say that the challenge we've set for this video is to look at a practical case, how we could apply this custom agent with all these new features we have in the AI section and in the setting we find ourselves in, a Christmas one. And I'm sure it'll be quite fun to explain. So yes, let's get to it.
great. Right then, I'll share my screen and you'll see the process is super simple. Let's go. I've got the Spoki app open here, okay? And as you can see, we're in the AI section, artificial intelligence. This is where we were creating the previous agents you've seen, the sales agent and the more informative agent. And what we basically have to do is go and create a new agent here with this little green button. We click on New Agent, Text Agent, and here we need to click on Custom Agent. Okay, so what we'll see is the screen where we can create that agent using a prompt that you can type out or via AI. It can be generated with this here. And I thought about making an agent for a consumer electronics shop, an online consumer electronics shop, okay? Since it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Christmas, which is when these things sell the most. So it's as easy as telling it what you want it to do. For example, you can simply say, act as an agent, someone who works in an online consumer electronics shop, assisting customers with their questions and helping them find the right products they're looking for. And one thing that we've seen is that the prompt is generated directly in English. So if you want it in Spanish from Spain, you have to tell it, give me the prompt in Spanish from Spain, okay? So that it generates it for you and it's not in English. And that makes it easier for you.
Right, and here it's probably very important to bear in mind that what we get from the prompt generator is a draft that we can then modify, which is what we're going to do now to customize it. In the case that, well, we want it in a specific language or there are some specific instructions, well, you have to bear in mind that what we have here is a base that's probably much more developed than that first input we give it, but which we can then go and modify and add or remove things as we wish.
Yes. In fact, well, you've seen what it's created in seconds, right? You are a virtual customer service agent for Spoki Demo Vendita, an online shop specializing in the sale of consumer electronics and cosmetics. Your main function is to help customers by providing clear, precise, and professional information. It explains how it should always interact in a courteous, proactive, and friendly manner, and so on. Always respond in the same language the user uses. Remember that your knowledge is based on the updated information of Spoki Demo Vendita. If you don't have the precise answer, use the search knowledge base, which will now see how we can pass it that base. And we also have additional variables, as you can see down here, like using the user's name, okay? If we have it in the database, it would answer, Hi, Jordi, how are you? The company name, our company, today's date, the user's email address, the company's address, and so on, okay? And also, very importantly, if you detect situations you can't resolve, don't make anything up. Pass it to a human agent and provide clear instructions to continue the process, okay? Don't invent information or make assumptions about products. How does it know which product's here? We'll look at that now. We can we can go further down and set the temperature for how we want this agent to be. more creative, less creative, or not creative at all, okay? So if it needs to be a very rational text, let's say, we won't give it much creativity. If we want an agent that's more geared towards sales, we can make it a bit more creative, okay? The agent's knowledge base. This is where we can upload a document, for example, with the entire shipping and returns policy, okay? We can search here for shipping, and we have a URL for shipping and returns. It takes all the information from that URL and processes it within the agent.
Here, obviously, Jordi, we could upload all the information we want it to have. This is like the technological brain of this little agent. So everything we want them to know, for it to know, opening hours, returns, customer management, any kind of information related to the business, to business management, all those documents or that information could be uploaded in this section.
Perfect. And as we were saying, how does it know which products are available? Well, we have integrations and tools here. We can have our custom webhook or integrate with PrestaShop or integrate, for example, with Shopify or with an MCP, for example, if you're using Claude or something similar, okay? Finally, we can set the default response, okay? It can be something a little Christmassy. Ho, ho, ho! We're currently working on it, and our team of elves is actively investigating the issue for you. Rest assured, the elves are looking into it thoroughly. And smiley.
Right, this auto response is very useful, especially when the agent can't find a suitable answer to the user's question within the information we've provided. It lets it give an immediate response, indicating that it either doesn't understand the question or can't find the information, and then it can delegate. Well, either escalate to a human operator, delegate the query, or ask the client to rephrase the question.
Okay. And then finally, we set the agent's name. Here, we're going to call it Santa Bot Bot Bot. Okay, and very importantly, the prompt. What we've done is prepared a very Santa prompt. Okay, so we have it here. We've told it that you are SantaBot, the Christmas virtual assistant for the brand name. Okay, here we can put, say, Jordio.com, for example. Your name adapts automatically based on the user's language. If they write to you in English, you're SantaBot. If it's Spanish, Papa Noel Bot. If it's Italian, Babbo Natale Bot, which is what they call Father Christmas in Italy. Automatically detect the user's language and respond in that language. Your personality is friendly, festive, and decisive, yet professional, clear, and empathetic. Your main objectives are to resolve frequent queries during the Christmas period, provide correct information on orders, shipments, returns, opening hours, and availability, and escalate to a human agent when you don't have the necessary information or when the client requests it. The mandatory welcome message, we've put it here in the different languages, right? Ho, 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 welcome, I'm Papa Noel Bot. Or welcome, I'm SantaBot. Okay, and we have more things here. If I don't have enough information to respond, well, I have to say, this case needs to be reviewed by a human agent. The limitations we saw earlier, don't invent information, don't promise discounts. Don't confirm payments or order statuses if I don't have real data. And the final objective is to feel well attended, receive clear and correct information, and have a positive experience. Okay, so we can go ahead and copy and paste all of this into our prompt. Okay, here in the you are a virtual agent section, well, we tell it you are SantaBot, the virtual assistant, and so on. How it should interact. We have it here, okay? We've already commented on it. The mandatory welcome message, only in new conversations. We are going to put it down here. And remember the limitations and the final objective. Okay, we're going to put it here. After the don't invent, at all times maintain such. Your objective is to offer this. So look, here we change it for what we had defined, okay? Once we have the prompt finished, it's as easy as creating this agent as a draft.
Of course, it is surely very interesting to take into account that with this new section, it is now possible to have a whole ecosystem of agents and for each one to have its own objective. So here, obviously, we are focusing completely on this Christmas period. With this touch, let's say, humorous, a little more friendly for these holidays. But that's it. It can be an agent that we can leave pre-configured and active from now on. Until, well, I don't know, after the Three Kings, and then reactivate the other one we had before, where there wasn't, well, all this personalization of ho 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 and Santa Claus.
Exactly. So if you want to test it, you have the playground here, the test park, and here we can ask it anything. Good morning. I hope you are having a nice day. I would like to buy a Christmas present for my 12-year-old son. I've been thinking about what would be a good gift for him, and I'm considering getting him a mobile phone. However, I'm looking for a phone that does not have internet access because I want him to be able to stay in touch with family and friends, but I also want to make sure he is safe and not exposed to the internet at his age. Perfect. Well, you see, he answered us with ho ho ho. Welcome, I'm Santa Claus Bot, the Christmas assistant of the company name I gave him. How exciting to help you find a perfect gift for your son. A mobile phone without internet access is a great option. Well, this is a bit more LLM language. Do you have any brand preference? Well, yes. I would like it to be a Nokia Type 3210, which lasted a long time, even when it fell on the floor, and this is important for a 12-year-old boy, and that it has the snake game, which was a classic when we started to have mobile phones.
Wait, a retro moment here, an old-fashioned classic world.
Okay, you see, I don't currently have that model available. Well, that's normal. This is from when I was 20. I can help you look for similar Nokia models that are basic phones. And now I'm going to ask him, tell me about product returns, okay? Since we've passed him that text, that URL with the returns topic, let's see how he answers us on the subject. All purchases made between the 1st of December and the 6th of January have an extended return period until the 15th of January. Here we have the sales agent or the customer agent, which are the ones we created in previous videos from text. And here the personalized ones, which are created using prompts. So, well, you have no excuse. You can create an agent using your own prompt or a prompt generated by the Spoki system. Connect that agent to your presser, your Shopify, your WooCommerce, whatever e-commerce it may be.
And launch it now for this Westness, because if you can do it in 10 minutes, you can finish perfecting it in maybe half an hour, and you'll have it up and running. So there's no excuse not to have AI agents for these last Q4 purchases. Here we have the sales agent or the customer agent, which are the ones we created in previous videos from text. And here the personalized ones, which are created using prompts. So, well, you have no excuse. You can create an agent using your own prompt or a prompt generated by the Spoki system, URLs to give it even more information from the knowledge base.
Connect that agent to your Presta, your Shopify, your WooCommerce, whatever e-commerce it may be, and launch it now for this Christmas. Because if you can do it in 10 minutes, you can finish perfecting it in maybe half an hour, and you'll have it up and running. So there's no excuse not to have AI agents for these last Q4 purchases. Here we have the sales agent or the customer agent, which are the ones we created in previous videos from text. And here the personalized ones, which are created using prompts. So, well, you have no excuse.
You can create an agent using your own prompt or a prompt generated by the Spoki system, URLs to give it even more information from the knowledge base. Connect that agent to your Presta, your Shopify, your WooCommerce, whatever e-commerce it may be, and launch it now for this Christmas. Because if you can do it in 10 minutes, you can finish perfecting it in maybe half an hour, and you'll have it up and running in just a moment. Here we have the sales agent or the customer agent, which are the ones we created in previous videos from text. So, well, you have no excuse. You can create N agents using your own prompt or a prompt generated by the Spoki system, URLs to give it even more detailed and relevant information from the knowledge base, ensuring accuracy and completeness.
Connect that agent to your Presta, Shopify, WooCommerce, or any e-commerce platform and launch it now for Christmas. Here are the sales and customer agents we created in previous videos through texts and the personalized ones made through prompts. So you have no excuse. You can create agents through your own prompt or a prompt generated by the Spoki system, URLs to pass it even more information from the knowledge base. Connect that agent with your PrestaShop, your Shopify, your WooCommerce, whatever e-commerce it is, and launch it now for this Christmas. Because if you can do it in 10 minutes, you can end up perfecting it maybe in half an hour, and you already have it working. So there's no excuse for not having AI agents for these last Q4 purchases.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll just wrap up with something I keep repeating about this topic of agents and the importance of the impact they then have on communication managed with customers. Because especially at this time of year, well, there are many holidays, many moments where luckily we can finally stop and rest. So being able to count on this type of customer support with this type of customer service helps us to give an immediate response to the customer in no time, in less than a minute. And no, to be able to provide that continuity to the service, even when we're closed, even when we're not in the business, and for all this to continue working, even when we're not operational.
Exactly. So there you have it. In a flash, we can create these agents and have them running the same day. So you can follow this simple tutorial or talk to Maria and one of the partner agencies to help you create them. And well, with that said, I'll see you in 2026.
Absolutely. Happy holidays to everyone. Happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas to everyone. May you have many Santa bots in your businesses. And we'll see you in the next video. Jordi, thank you so much.
You too. Happy invoicing. See you soon.